After the war was won, the Void Dragon remained a great threat to all existence. And so, upon the anvil of creation, the God Box was crafted. The Void was locked within, but still the question remained: who would guard the box?
Hey everybody, welcome back to this windy hellhole. We killed the queen in the last one, fought some other spiders. There's some gold, there we go. We're just finishing up this area, and I think it'll move on to a goblin village, and I'm not sure what else. Let's keep moving along. Medora, did not spend Medora's points. What do we want to do with you? I'm going to give you more speed. More action points for you. Do I want to buff up that or armor specialist? I think we want to go armor specialist. Way more movement on your part. You're filling most of the DPS role for us. And we're also going to be buffing up leadership on your end as well. She's going to be the leader. I think 2 of us have leadership 3. She'll end up moving into 4 and 5 probably. So I'm not going to put any points into Davith's. And what does he have his from? Probably some equipment. Or not equipment at all. Must be from his personality, his helmet. Okay. Well, now if I ever need to change that, we won't be losing the leadership section. What is this? This goes to a mine that we probably... Okay, so this is a totally different area. Where some, hope I didn't ruin anything with that. Can't even think what they're called now. Goblins? Yeah. I think so. Hopefully that conversation keeps going whenever we actually do get there, because I don't think we can get there from here. Alright, we're gonna have to give some ore to Chloe. Alright, so let's split that into 7, send that to Chloe. Okay. We'll have to go create some bars out of that soonish. Where are we? We may have to send it back to the homestead, actually. And we had been up here already, I think? Nope.
Lucky break!
Oh, so I found out you can make lockpicks out of nails, apparently. I didn't know. It's probably a bunch of the crafting, I don't know. That's alright.
Like hauling an anchor.
One of these days I'll replay the game and I'll probably end up looking them up at that point. Seeing how much easier it makes it. But for now we're going off of whatever I can kind of discover. This keeps going. What do we got here?
Can you hear me?
Frederick?
Hello.
Hold on.
Frederick's in bed.
Alright, Frederick, we'll be there in a second. I'm talking in the third person. It's not healthy.
Can you hear me? Hello. Frederick's in pain.
I'm getting silver, okay. I think Chloe can probably carry a lot. We'll go down there, talk to Frederick. I think this might go to where the queen is. May have worked our way around.
Oh, bless you for coming to Frederick's aid. He's been attacked, turned upon by his imp slave, cast down this hillside like an aged parent of a cragged sea cliff, left to be devoured by arachnid monstrosities.
Well, that's what happens when you have slaves, I guess. Do I want to buy anything from you? You don't have any gold. I don't think I do. Who are you exactly?
Who Frederick is unimportant.
Important to
He's
me.
naught but a cog in the machinery of the greater good.
Look like an immaculate to me.
But since you asked, since you cannot bear to remain unknowing of this person, Frederick will tell you this. He is a devotee to the goddess, to the Church of the Immaculates, to liberty, destiny, justice, and beauty, to scholasticism, mysticism, aphorism, nepotism, neologism, disestablishmentarianism, and the undead's right to life.
Okay, what about skepticism?
Frederick finds himself wary of it, to be quite honest.
Of course you do. Yeah, you have an imp slave?
Don't look so surprised. Imps have a long history of compulsory service to the superior races of Rivellon. Frederick would be a fool to refuse the services of the realm's finest bloodstone-sniffing beast on moralistic grounds, no matter how humane or well-reasoned.
Okay, let's discuss that bloodstone.
A valuable artifact, precious like the silence in a house newly emptied of a visiting mother-in-law. It is able to heal even the gravest wounds, and it is a key component of the Immaculate Faith. Frederick had hoped to retrieve the shard and be welcomed into the Immaculate Fold with open arms befitting his value. But now he'll need it to heal the broken leg he suffered at the hands of that wretched imp.
So are you an immaculate or not? You need to be welcomed. Maybe he's not one yet.
It is told the shard belonged to the wizard Maradino, whose secret lair the perceptive traveler can find atop the very cliff that stands behind Frederick.
Maradino, you say?
Frederick may be over-eager, like a grandfather slavering over his supper several hours before the fall of evening, but if you could retrieve the stone along with the criminal imp who left him here to die, Frederick would regard you with the highest esteem.
Take my leave. I don't remember who Maradino is. We found a wounded immaculate who'd been pushed on a cliff by his imp slave. He asked us to find the imp and return him. He wants us to retrieve a bloodstone to heal him. I might heal him. I don't have a... I'm going to leave the guy there to suffer. Chloe just drank his blood. That's cool. I mean, as far as I know, he hasn't hurt anyone yet. So maybe he could be... Besides keeping a slave, that is. But maybe we could make him a better person. Is this where the queen was? It is. And this is where we fought... Okay, there's other ones. At least if we go inside that cave, we won't have to be slowed, probably. Question is, where is that cave? Somewhere up here, I would assume.
That blasted imp!
Oh, we'll find it. Should be somewhere near him if he pushed him down. That looks like that goes to a village. We'll check up here first. Are we out of the slow hell? No, we're not. Okay. The bridge is out. Uh-oh. Is there any way for me to get over here without... It looks like it. So let's go on this side. Goblin Trapper. Oh, that's like an alien head. This is xenomorph right here. Bye, Frederick. We're gonna figure something out. Oh, he's almost dead. Frederick's in pain. I'm not sure where we've been. This is very uninspiring area.
Frederick last saw the imp at the top of this cliff, but there isn't a soul in sight.
He must have hidden in the cave Frederick mentioned. What did he call it? The lair of Maraschino?
Yes, with the cherries.
Gadasha the Bountiful be praised that we have made it out of that hell-sent sandstorm. The hour grows so very late, so very quickly. Pace-slowing impediments such as these will be the death of us should they persist.
Why do I feel like you have a clock on your life? Because we haven't figured out the full extent of his ailment from when he was... His wife was basically a demon. So I'm not sure. Maybe he's got a curse on him we don't know about. Care to explain why a little wind gets you all in a huff?
I've told you parts of the saga that is my life, Hunter. But I have yet to divulge the true reasons for my haste. Perhaps, at long last, I had better do so.
Now's a good time, I guess. Tell me more about your history, Jahan, if you please.
By all means, if you're in the mood for such a dark tale.
No, we already knew all this. Okay, you asked the demon what ailed you. What was its answer?
Hiraka. Never had I known a single word can cut deeper than the sharpest of daggers. With maddening glee, the demon told me she was one of his kin. A soul-swallowing horror that had been feeding on both my body and my spirit like a leech. An ancient being was she, that moved from king to king throughout the ages, filling their hearts with love, then draining them of life. After such revelations, does one truly desire to live on? Death seemed like a mother then, welcoming me with her all will be well embrace. Yet still I feared exceedingly her seemingly sweet caress, and the oblivion that would follow. Release me from her, demon, and give me back the strength of a sick, free existence. So went my desperate plea. It smiled, of course it did. Smiled bare 100 razors as its eyes came alight with infernal fire. 1,000 years I will give you, it whispered. But then your soul shall be mine to incarcerate in the depths of hellish nemesis. As for your throne, that I'll have now. What say you, O brittle king? Do you accept my terms?
Okay, we've heard this before. I'm curious what the life expectancy in Rivellon is. I mean, is this a good deal? Is this like 10 times the normal lifespan? I don't know. Okay, I'm curious to hear about your demon deal. Did you accept?
I did. Yes, I hissed, fool that I was. I should have died that day. But instead, I fell into a stupor and awoke in a different realm of Rivellon, bereft of all my wealth, and with my soul betrothed to a demon's debauchery that would be 10 centuries in the making. But it had also kept its promise, that life-seeding obscenity of a creature, for I was my young, my healthy self again. And yet, my bodily convalescence merely betrayed my utter mental degradation. A necromancer and a demonologist I had become. A lowly conjurer of atrocities whose every heartbeat screamed Hiraka, and pumped the bitterest of biles through my being. Like a savage, I lived in the wilds, a companion of beasts, not man. It was there that I learned to love them so, the animals of this world. These gentle beings that don't know the meaning of betrayal or greed, that kill but to feed, not because it brings them wealth or pleasure.
I don't know if we're done yet. How did you become a demon hunter?
In time, resolve settled within my soul, despite being so irrevocably besieged by dissolution. I decided that I wouldn't accept the shackling of my being so easily. 1,000 years the demon had given me, and 1,000 years I dedicate to pitting my knowledge of demonology against its eponymous creatures. Yes, it is my resolve to kill the thing I summoned, and I have been stalking it for well over 9 centuries. I, Hunter, I am nearly 1,000 years old. 25 of them a king, the rest a restless predator. Balberith is the demon's name. If I don't find and slay him before the year is out, my soul will be his to torture eternally. Now you know what drives me. Now you know the reasons for my haste.
That's a pretty good reason, actually.
Either I fail and suffer for all time, or I win and life everlasting will be mine.
Where do you plan on finding this Balberith fellow?
My instincts tell me he hides from sight in Phantom Forest. I could have guided you there, of course, but your own quest seems to push us inevitably in that haunted realm's direction. Maybe we'll both find answers. Answers and conclusions in that ghoulish grove where phantoms dwell.
I don't know much about Phantom Forest, actually. What about your demonic spouse?
That is a good question.
Thank you.
As for Hiraka, I don't know what happened to her. I have seen my erstwhile palace from afar, a ruin now, a house of wind and dust. Beyond a doubt, she moved on and lies, as we speak, in the arms of another king, assuring him he's only a bit under the weather, that his humors will be in balance again within a matter of days. Poor man. Like all men, he's a fool. Oh, but how I long to be wise. There has to be a first, hasn't there? If I can look her in the eye and denounce her, that shall be a start. But perhaps that day will never come. Born a fool and buried a fool. Perhaps that is simply how it must be.
Alright, well, thank you for sharing. If we find Balberith, we will destroy him. I'll take my leave.
And so let the hunt continue.
Indeed. Jahan told us his history. He was a proud king who fell victim to a soul-sucking demon who he had loved. He made a deal with a demon called Balberith, the same that plagues the Phantom Forest, to restore his health in return for his soul. Deliverable in 1,000 years. Nearly 10 centuries have passed, and now Jahan has found and intends to kill Balberith. I didn't really sound like he found him. He was just guessing where he might be. Anyways, Chloe has something to say about this.
What a life it is that Jahan has led. Like listening to a great tragedy. A tragedy that is about to come to an end.
To an end, yes. A tragedy no longer. There's time yet to slay the demon and save Jahan.
Perhaps, though I'm in no particular hurry. If Jahan has made his bed with demons, he may well have to lie in it.
Very cold, and you're not wearing your armor again, are you? Alright. Let's fix that.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Let's do some repairing here. Hopefully we don't have to deal with that sandstorm.
What trickery is this? It vanished. And yet...
I don't know what vanished. I wasn't looking. Or maybe it was whatever was covering this. Hidden lair. Alright, we got 2 ways we can go. We got a rat over there. This goes to a chest, so we're gonna go this way first. This always looks like shoes to me. Little metal shoes. Dexterity, pickpocketing. Requires 9 strength and it gives dexterity. Interesting. You're nowhere near 9 strength. It's way better armor, but I like the single-handed increase. I guess Medora can take it. She doesn't need the crafting anyways, gives more HP. Doesn't reflect the damage, but... Let's send that to Chloe. Chloe, you need some new, Oh, I like the single-handed though, like I said. What does single-handed do? Damage. Alright. It wasn't enough of an armor increase, in my opinion, to lose whatever little damage bonus we're getting out of that.
Well, this place reeks of stagnant magic.
If you were constructing a secret cave lair, I doubt ventilation would be your first priority.
Stagnant magic, huh? Didn't know magic had a smell. Finding a lot of ore around here. Vein depleted. Gotcha.
The Great Meridino's recipes are stunning and so very simple. You never know when one might come in handy, so it's best to learn them all.
Oh, Cooking with Meridino. That's where I remember the name from.
What are you doing here? Meridino the Marvelous won't appreciate your disturbing his things. Not one bit.
I haven't disturbed anything yet. Meridino, better get used to it, because I go where I want. Now I'm disturbing his things.
If this was once someone's hidden lair, it seems they've long abandoned it by now.
It certainly doesn't seem to have been a planned departure, does it?
There we go. Fixed it for him. Okay. And it does keep going. We're gonna need to get you. Oh, I guess that's pretty high above her level. I said we're gonna need to get her a better weapon, but that's why it's doing more damage. Medora, take a nap, heal yourself. There you go. Alright, down to Meridino's bedroom, I guess. So we're looking for an imp with a bloodstone. This goes back to where the rats were? Yeah, it all kind of interconnects. Alright. Nothing special out there. Alright.
Serendipity!
Gladly take more grenades. Let's go check out up here real quick. So we've got another... that goes to a magic lock we can't get past. Where we came from, alright. I should be on the lookout for some of those magical unlock scrolls to buy. Crystal, it goes to a dead end with a fire. There could be someone over there. This goes to like a garden with a trap in it. Check that out first.
Something isn't right here. It could be an ambush.
Oh, we got your bow kit. What are you? Rafflesia abominabla? Well, that's because she poisoned at me, isn't it? I know what you're getting at. Target's blocked by what? Can we hit both of them? We can. That was a hell of a hit, wasn't it?
How many eyes does a bull have?
Look at all those sweet AP points. Feels good. We're going to hold off on that until we know what hurts it. We'll do this, though. Meh. Okay, so... Quick to fire. That's about it. They're oiled already. Let's get in there.
Rise from your grave to aid us.
Hopefully this kills it. Did not. Jan will take care of it. Jan, take care of that. Done. Bleeding wound, I don't think it's going to happen. That. Your damage is awful. You suck, skeleton. Remorse. Alright, we're going to want to watch the fire a little bit. You just fear her? Ah! Alright, calm down over there. Okay, that was dumb. It is now healed. Think I would have realized that. Yeah, let's hit it. Now your sword's about to break? Jahan, what do you got for me? No one should be standing in the oil. Ah, I forgot it did that. Did it go... Okay. Alright, alright. Who needs healing? Alright, let's just shock it. What is it doing? If it's a horrible smell, a monstrous flower emerges from the hole. Oh, damn it. I'm hurting my own people here. Oh, it's not just that thing that's weak. We're gonna need to get rid of some of its armor, I think. Which we can do with some silver arrows. Well, that thing's gone. Failed to apply haste. Alright. Okay, that could have been worse. Just keep on attacking him.
Chilled to the bone.
11. Let's hit it with a skill. Okay, silver arrow time. Oh, what's this thing's deal again? It's just weak to fire. But it's strong to, okay, everything we can attack it.
Parasitic caress! Gods forgive this transgression.
All this stuff happening is messing up my FPS. Die, creature.
My target dances in shadows.
Remorse on Jahan. So can't use this. Can't use skills anymore.
Why fire one when you can fire them all?
You guys need to kill it now.
See the white light.
Are we done here? Alright, alright. We need to get out of here. Let me cast some rain, put the fire out. We're gonna walk out of here. This should have went away.
I prefer to drown my sorrows with ale.
Something just went wrong.
What a deluge!
We may need to leave and come back. Jahan, what do you got for us?
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
Yeah, intelligence. Bump arrow third up. Oh, we're good there. Alright, let's get out of here for a minute. I have a feeling that's not going to go away. So, I think I'm going to exit the game and come back in. I'm not going to do a cut. We can do this pretty quick. Let's see. It's like every spell effect that happened around there didn't go away. Alright. We're hitting someone's hitting a button. I think it's the rat. Yeah. Alright, so I wasn't impressed with our skeleton, but I think it was this creature that was causing it to be garbage. Fire staff, a ring, and a solid robe. I can make a bunch of pumpkin helmets. The last added. Strength, telekinesis, inflicts stunned on contact. Let's send that to Medora. Oh yeah, you definitely need new rings. Oh, which one was better? What about you? So just, okay. Got it. Alright. We'll just sell that ring of yours. Mess with this later. There was something to dig up, wasn't there? Thought we'd...
Daemon, Daemonium,
no, shut
more
up.
prey await.
Thought Davith had found something. There's a button under there we're hitting. Oh, there it is. I didn't even mean to click on it. Okay, key to the study.
Martin!
Hitting bun mushrooms are always good. Alright, let's get out of here. I'm not sure if that magical locked door was the study or not. Let's head over here and see what we see. Camera just zoomed in on me. There's the imp.
Shouldn't have done it. Bad, bad, bad.
Alright, let's talk about it, little buddy. What is this? Whoa, do I want to just throw that whole crystal in my pack? Yeah, okay. Worth some cash. Ooh, diamonds. Malachite. Alright, what's up, Yox?
No, shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. No, bad Yox, bad.
Bunch of rotten eggs. We can make grenades out of those, but it's fine. Alright, tell me about yourself, Yox.
No, bad Yox. Very bad. Shouldn't have done it.
Alright, tell me about your master.
No, no, shouldn't have done it, shouldn't have. Is he alive? Is Master alive? He must be, he must. A little imp is too weak to kill a great master. Too small. Yox only pushed him once, just a little shove. How could Yox know how fast he'd fly off that cliff? Oh, he'll come for Yox. He'll kill Yox. He shouldn't have done it. Oh, if only Yox had courage. If only Yox were brave, like a great, brave, heroic imp. He'd march right up to Master and he'd say, "Oh, Yox is too much a coward to dream of it." Yox scrambled into this cave to hide. Hide from Master till the end of time. Do you think Master will find Yox here? Oh, but Yox simply can't run away. His legs are like marmalade. What can Yox do? What can Yox possibly do?
But stop crying. That's for starters. I don't know. I don't like either of those choices. I don't think I've ever met a creature so fearful. This imp ought to stay here and hope his master doesn't come looking for him. What is he doing cowering here while his master awaits his return? It's time for Yox to face the music. Well, I mean... but I'm not really a proponent of slavery, so... But I don't think you should sit here scared the whole time, so... I'm gonna go with number 2. What is he doing cowering here while his master awaits his return? It's time for Yox to face the music.
That's right. Every action has its consequence, and Yox has got to face his.
You're right. Yes, of course. Yox is Master's slave. A slave forever must he be. Perhaps if Yox begs, his master will forgive him.
See, if I had an opportunity, the option to send him to the end of time, I would have done that, but... Alright, Yox. Hopefully he doesn't kill you. We found Frederick's slave. He was hidden in a cave and fretting over having wounded his master. We told the imp he should return to Frederick. And there's more stuff to mine. Big Dora may not be happy about that. Let's see what she has to say.
Oh, I pray the 7 have struck me dumb or delusional. A source hunter sending a frightened imp back to his slaver. Chills me to the bone, it does.
Well, I didn't like my 2 options, Medora. So I chose the one that I thought fit best.
Those of our order are meant to promote justice in Rivellon, comrade. How could you have condoned the precise opposite?
It was a gross misjudgment and one we shall never repeat.
Each and all of us have our own moments of failure, comrade. The best we can do is remember them, and, if the moment arises, right our wrongdoings.
Alright, well if he's out there torturing Yox, I'll try to save him. You're not facing the right rock, Chloe. No, you've got too much... Yeah, we're going to send this back to the homestead. We'll have to deal with this stuff later. Where are we getting all this food from? I don't remember. Alright, so what I want to do is run out. We're going to not go to the study yet. We're going to run out there and see what's going on with Vox. We'll close that storyline out. And maybe since we'll be near, we'll get the Starstone power? Maybe? Alright, so we're going to throw this out here, and we should be able to come back in. Check that out.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Why are you all moving so fast?
Dare to injure your master. Prepare for the consequences.
I knew I shouldn't have done it. Please, Master, Yox begs you.
Are you ready to meet your foolish maker, slave? Almost as satisfying as the goddess's love. Can you hear me?
Really dragging here.
Hello? Frederick's in pain.
Alright, well, the Imp's master killed him in a rage. I couldn't get down there. Well, I got those rotten eggs.
Frederick must be on his way as soon as possible. Frederick had hoped to retrieve the Shan and be welcome. It is told the Shan Frederick may...
Alright, so I'm not gonna... I'm unhappy with how that worked out. So I'm not gonna end the episode here. We're gonna see if we can find that stupid... I should have left that with him. Anyways, we're gonna go into the study, wherever the hell that is. If we can find that stone, I'm gonna go out there and I'm not gonna heal him because he just murdered the imp.
Info's ahead. The wizard's study, is it? I doubt he'll mind if we help ourselves to any good...
Meridino loves to read, but you've got to be quite sharp to find his secret literature.
Okay. The Witch and the Beast. Meridino's Cold Bones. This looks like an enemy. I'm not going to just attack it, though. Okay, so this may drag on. So we're going to go and end this episode here, and the next one we'll finish off the study, and then head back to that guy, and I'll probably kill him. Is most likely what I'll do. There should be a Starstone somewhere in here, though. Okay, guys. Now you have a choice where you watch your Divinity Original Sin Let's Plays, and I thank you for choosing One-Eyed Sniper. Peace out, guys.